The pram that walked.
Mother, give me something to eat. I have to rush.
Mother was wearing a cream-colored sari with a dark purple border. She was coiling her hair into a bun.
Are you going out somewhere, Mother?
I'm going to the flower show. Where are you going?
There's a kite flying contest on the hill behind the park. It is Sameer and Ranjit against Bidu and his gang.
I told you about the flower show a week ago. I will be back at 7 p.m., Anju.
But I promised Ranjit and Sameer that I would be their runner for the contest. Please take Preeti to the flower show.
Anju, I don't ask you to look after your baby sister very often. Give her some milk when she gets up. There is upma and also some bananas for you. Bye. Thank you for helping me.
Minutes later, Ranjit and Sameer cycled in through the gate.
Anju, hurry! It is 4 already.
I pointed to the pram in the bedroom. I can't come. I have to look after Preeti, I said, trying hard to stop the trembling of my lower lip. Mother has gone to the flower show at Lal Bagh. I'm stuck till 7.
She can come along with us.
She's only 10 months old. She can't walk. Ranjit held the handle, pushed the pram into the living room.
The pram can walk,
he said, his eyes twinkling. But when Preeti wakes up?
Babies don't know the difference between the inside of the house and outside. Let's go.
The kite contest was taking place on the hilly slope behind the park.
Bidu and his gang are here already.
Ranjit wheeled the pram under a shady tamarind tree on the hill.
We can see it easily from here and hear Preeti if she gets up.
It is a good thing that babies sleep so much, I said, tucking the blanket carefully around my little sister. 4 kites were taking part in the contest. Bidu and his team were the best at kite flying, but we had practiced for weeks. I was the runner for Sameer and Ranjit. The runner dashes forward and picks up the kite if it falls down far away. The next hour was unforgettable. The 4 kites took off at the same time. Our gorgeous green and gold, Bidu's yellow and red, a pink and brown, and a blue and white. A rainbow of colors, like 4 large butterflies in the sky. The wind tugging, kites flying, hands pulling, boys and girls racing and cheering. It was an exciting game. Bidu's kite was all set to win. It seemed so sure that it was a winner. It kept rising like a huge red and yellow bird. But we were not going to give up easily. Our green and gold beauty was now so close to Bidu's kite. Suddenly, his kite swerved, fluttered, dived downwards and perched on a telegraph pole. Our green and gold kite was still rising gracefully up, up, up. We had won! What clapping, cheering and thumping of backs there was. We were tired but oh so happy. Time to get back, I said, suddenly remembering. I better take Preeti home before she starts crying for milk. I raced back to the tamarind tree to pick up Preeti. When I got there, I stared and stared. I blinked and looked again. The pram was gone. I usually don't panic, but I shrieked so long and hard that Ranjit and Sameer came running. The pram! Preeti! Gone!
What?
The joy of our victory was suddenly deflated like a balloon. My sister Preeti was missing.
No need to panic. Are you sure, Anju, that Preeti can't walk?
A little beyond the tamarind tree, the hill sloped sharply downhill. Samir went to the edge and peered down.
Yes, it is possible the pram rolled down on its own.
We hurried down. I was so frightened. We searched in the bushes, but there was no sign of the pram.
The pram hasn't rolled down. Thank goodness.
But where is it?
Preeti may have been kidnapped.
Hearing this, I burst into tears. We took Samir's bicycle and raced towards the flower show. Mother was there with her friends looking happily at the flowers. Mother! Mother turned around, looked at me and said,
Anju, where's Preeti?
Mother's scream was louder than mine when she heard what we said. We drove to the police station. Preeti! Preeti! The policeman gave her water to calm her down. When the police officer heard my story, he looked at me sternly and said,
A very careless thing to do, wasn't it?
We drove home quietly. Not a word was spoken. We had just reached back home when the doorbell rang. It was Mrs. Dottie Francis, our neighbor and mother's good friend. She was smiling as mother told her the story. Why was she smiling? Then she started laughing. What a strange lady. Preeti hasn't gone far, my dear. She went out and wheeled in the pram. Preeti was chuckling and waving her hands welcoming us home. After 10 minutes of cuddling and kissing, Mother said,
How did you find her, Dottie? I had gone for a walk to the park. I saw the pram and heard Preeti crying. I wheeled her home, gave her some milk and waited for you.
The joy of finding Preeti was so great that I forgot how angry I was with Mrs. Francis for not telling us that she was taking Preeti home. I rang up the police officer and said, Good evening, sir. It is me, Anju. Yes, Preeti's sister. Preeti has come back. No, not walking, in the pram.